Coming in at number 10 is Star Wars Battlefront 2. When EA relaunched this franchise back in 2015 with the first Battlefront, it was found to be subpar by critics and gamers. With the launch of Star Wars Battlefront 2 in late 2017, EA seemed to learn from their mistakes, bringing in a single-player campaign, more playable heroes, space battles, and more competitive online modes. It's going to be interesting to see if this time around EA is going to live up to the hype of not only Star Wars, but an original franchise that was treasured by all gamers in the early 2000s. Number 9, Spiderman. Spiderman was announced before the 2017 E3, and the gameplay demo got everybody excited, knowing that it was from Insomniac Games and knowing that we haven't had a good Spider-Man since The Amazing Spider-Man 2 in 2014. The gameplay demo that was shown at E3 is not only graphically amazing, but you actually feel like you're Spider-Man webbing through the skies of New York. Number 8, Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. This game has been in production since early 2012, and the team over at Tailworlds Entertainment has been working with their small team to get this game to its perfection. Although it is not a AAA game and it is not a widely known series, anybody who has played this cult classic knows that it is the ideal sandbox game. If you can think it, you can do it in Mountain Blade. Led by a huge community of modders, this game looks to be one of the most amazing games of, hopefully, 2018. Far Cry 5 comes in at number 7 on our list. Taking place in the fictional town in Hope County, Montana, this game appears to have made a lot of positive changes. Creating your own protagonist, playing the entire story mode campaign with either a buddy online or with an AI companion, a slew of new weapons and vehicles, and a storyline that is new territory for the franchise. All gamers know that when a franchise tries to go in a new direction, it's not always a welcome change. But in this case, I think Far Cry 5 is heading in the right direction.
I'll show you if you're an angel or a devil.
Assassin's Creed Origins comes in at number 6 on our list. After taking a year off to make the Assassin's Creed movie, Ubisoft has decided to come back and make an origin story for the Assassins and Templars. Taking place in Egypt, Assassin's Creed Origins tells the story of how the factions got started. Taking on more of an RPG role rather than the general hack and slash of previous games, this one appears to be a step in the right direction after being screwed over by so many of the Assassin's Creed games. Number 5, Detroit, Become Human. Not much is known about this game except for it's a rebellion of androids in a Will Smith iRobot fashion, with multiple endings and multiple decisions to be made that can change your individual story. It's your job as the main protagonist to start a rebellion against humans in an android slave ending fashion. The graphics, gameplay, choices, and the overall storyline was enough to get it on our list at number 5.
Numerous storefronts have been broken with cars vandalized and set alight, leaving many Detroit neighborhoods in chaos.
We're getting reports that hundreds of androids have been stolen from CyberLife stores.
Button masher turned RPG, God of War takes number 4 on our list. Overhauling the entire game style of the franchise, God of War moves a hack and slash into a full-thrown RPG, teaching your son the ways of a god killer. Although I have not personally been a fan of the franchise in the past, I look forward to the direction that the franchise is moving in, and I know that HD gaming as a whole is looking forward to see if God of War lives up to the hype.
You said I was cursed. You think I'm weak because I'm not like you.
The sequel to the 2014 Game of the Year, The Last of Us 2, comes in at number 3. A game that seemed like it could do no wrong, with excellent graphics, a great storyline, and a unique take on a zombie apocalypse and the way that the world became because of it. Probably one of the most anticipated sequels of the last decade, The Last of Us 2 looks to be, even with the little bit of information that we have, a continuation of everything that it got right in the first game.
And I fear no evil because I'm blind to it all. In my mind, my gun, they comfort me. Because I know I'll kill my enemies when they come. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell on this earth forevermore. Said I walk beside the still waters and they restore my soul, but I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong. No, I can't walk on the path of the right because I'm wrong.
What are you doing, kiddo? You really gonna go through with this?
I'm gonna find, and I'm gonna kill every last one of them.
Middle-earth: Shadow of War takes number 2 on our list. Sequel to the 2015 Game of the Year, Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War continues on everything that was great about the first game. From the Nemesis system to the open world, and adding so much more to it, including bringing over your biggest nemesis and your best companion from the previous game. With the constant video updates and streams coming out of WB, the hype on this game is real. I look forward to playing it in October of this year. Before we get to number 1, I wanted to throw a couple honorable mentions in here. These games didn't make our top 10 because of previous games in the series or just not knowing enough information about them. Anthem was announced at E3 in 2017, and even though an open world mech game does sound like an amazing thing, this game is still in its early stages, and although we trust BioWare to make a good game as they have done in the past, we're going to wait and see where this one goes before we build the hype too much. When Undead Labs brought us State of Decay back in 2013, it was brought to us with a lot of promises that were not delivered. Along with multiplayer and mod support, the hype just couldn't live up to the promises of the developer. Because of this, we find ourselves in front of State of Decay 2. With similar promises being made by the same developer, I can't in good conscience add it to the top 10, but it is worth an honorable mention, and I hope that this game does live up to its developers' promises, and if it does, we'll have a good game on our hands.
How will you decide who belongs?
Thanks. I owe you.
How will you choose a place to call home?
As much as it pains me to put Days Gone on the honorable mention list rather than in the top 10, with the game's presentation at E3 2017 we learned a lot about the game that killed the hype. With the showing of the combat's quick time mechanics, the stealthy gameplay, as well as the investigation mode that you find in Batman and Witcher games. I have not lost all enthusiasm when it comes to Days Gone, but I would like to see more gameplay like the 2016 run for your life being chased by hordes style gameplay. Even though this game was announced over a year ago, and all we have is a 1-minute trailer for it, the changing of Rockstar's Twitter account picture was enough to send this GTA clan into multi-gaming. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.
Listen to me. When the time comes, you gotta run and don't look back. This is over.